All right, it's about time. Welcome. Welcome to practice with me tonight or watch this video later. Tonight's class is quite fluid and curious, so definitely go with whatever, like in any moment that just let your body guide yourself into any shapes that make sense to you. You shouldn't need any prop for tonight except possibly a blanket for extra padding and for the start of the practice. If you have a blanket, roll it up into a long way and lay it in the middle of the mat. And at the end of your geez, I forgot what the name of this blanket. Fold it a little bit at the end. Make sure that it's nicely lengthened. And if you don't have the blanket, it's totally fine. And come lie down and make sure the folded part is right underneath your low belly. And if you don't have the blanket, simply lie down on the ground. Stack your hands and rest your forehead on the top of the back of your hand. Just give yourself a moment to check in. And if you have the blanket right underneath your belly, be curious about how your body reacts to it. Is it too much? If it's too much, you can try to roll it out and just fold it not as many times as you did, make it lower, or simply move it to the side. If you have abdominal pain in the past couple of years, or if you're expecting life coming, skip it, simply lie there on your back. The sound of your breath might be more audible because it bounced back from your mat. See if it can help you to focus more, to draw your attention to the mat. Whatever you had in your mind, temporarily put it on the shelf. It might be a little bit more difficult compared to usual because of the pressure at the low back. But do try to match the length of your inhale with your exhalation. The back of your legs naturally fall open. Your shoulders sink toward the ground. Each inhale, your navel pushing into the folded mat or the ground. And exhale, feeling whatever underneath your belly pushing back towards you, towards your spine. Give yourself a couple more long breaths. Get softened on your shoulders, the top of your feet. Space behind your knees. The hips. Your chest naturally being opened. I know I said be curious about your practice today, but before we start being curious, let's start clearing out things that distracting us from our practice first. One last long breath. You have the blanket underneath your spine, your belly, move it to the side. Switch the stack of your hands and bend your legs. Windshield wiper your legs side to side. Keep your upper body the same. Just let the fluidity in your hip sockets do the work for you and the gravity as well. You can roll your ankles. Add any movements you like, any small movements. And whenever you're ready, pose. Your elbows are right underneath your shoulders. Pushing into your palms. Then your fingertips are pressing into the ground. Pushing your forearms into the ground while drawing your elbows towards you, which is going to open your chest. Gaze forward. Press the top of your feet into your mat. Feel that you elongate towards both forward and back, so you're not compressing your low back. And whenever you're ready, draw your left knee up to your hip point. Your knee is straight out from your left hip, and your shin bone, your left shin bone is still parallel with the long edge of your mat. You can flex your left foot into half frog, Ardha Vasana. Your upper body still maintains Sphinx pose. I know it's still a rested pose, but you can start noticing that heat is being generated within you. Lift your left elbow up from the ground and thread your right arm underneath your left elbow. And rest your right shoulder on the ground. Extend your left arm to the left side. Supine twist with your left knee to the left side. Can keep your right arm open. You can also add right hand on the top of the left knee. Just add some weight there. If your left knee is too far away from the ground, you can stack a block underneath your left knee. And focus more on pressing the left shoulder down into the ground. Breathe into your left chest. Let the air flow between the space of your left shoulder and your left hip crease. One more big inhale. And exhale, roll back to your right side. And your body's facing to the left side actually. And come up onto your right elbow right underneath your right shoulder. Press into the right palm, left hand in front of your chest. Elongate your legs. And with using the muscles of your left leg on your glutes, start lift your left leg up. Lift away from the midline. You can add some roll of the ankle. And lower it down, slow with control. So your upper body is still trying to maintain you being away from the floor, so your right side body is actually pretty engaged. And your left leg is only doing the work of lifting itself up. A couple more times, slow with control. Next, that one is up. And tap your left foot to the front. And draw it up, just like drawing a half moon. And tap it behind you. Everything else stays the same. Tap it back to the front. And tap it to the back. To the front. Twice more. Make some space in the left hip socket. And next time when your left leg up again, draw your left knee into your chest. And kick it back up. Draw your left knee into your chest. Kick it long again. Draw it in. Inhale. Exhale, draw the left knee into your chest. Last time. This time, step your left foot in front of your right knee and use your left hand to push that left knee open. You can keep the left hand on the contact between the left hand and the left knee. You can also bring it back to the ground for extra support if you need it. And be curious about the right leg. See if you can use the right outer hip, the strength of it, to lift your right leg slightly off from the ground. It's not going to be too much, just slightly. You can add some pulse, add some circle. It's not too much movement here, but we're isometrically exercising the right outer hip, the right TD bend, and the inside muscles of the right leg. Lower down that right foot, extend your left leg again, back to where we started. And push into, you can option to stay here. You can also push into your right elbow and lift your hips up into a forearm side plank. You can do this on your knees as well. Bend your left elbow, bring your left hand behind your head. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, tap your left elbow to your right hand. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, tap your left elbow down. One more time. This time, bring your left forearm down. Come up to the balls of your feet. Forearm plank. Push into your heels. Push into your forearms. One more big inhale. Pull your navel towards your spine. And walk your left hand to your left elbow. Right hand to right elbow. Come up into high plank. Stay one long breath here. Everything stay the same except we are on our hands now. And then exhale, push your tailbones up towards the sky into your first downward facing dog. Be gentle to your hamstrings. Bend into one leg and another. Press your chest toward the thigh bones. And whenever you find your stillness, lift up your left leg. Bend your left leg. Open the left hip. Keep pressing into the left hand, pressing your left shoulder down so your shoulders still even. Draw that left knee outside of the left elbow. And kick the back, open the left hip again. Let's do it twice more. And this time, step your left foot outside of your left hand. Hands down, wide leg, low lunge. And straighten your left leg. Pull your left toes towards you. Press the back of your left leg toward the ground. And fold over the left leg. If you like to add some shoulder movements, you can open the arms. You can reach your arms toward the back. You can clasp your hands. Be curious about your practice. Add any movement that change yourself, but still give you a space for mindful practice. Bend into your left leg in. Use your left hand, come up to the pinky edge of your left foot, and use your left hand, push out your left knee. Reach up your left hand. Once you feel like your left knee pressed open, you can bring your left hand to your right hip crease for half bind. You can also reach it back and bend your right leg and grab the right foot with your left hand for full bind. Push your pelvis down and forward. Gaze toward the sky. Roll open the left chest. If you have to bind, slowly release it. Lift your back knee up. And tap your right knee to your right elbow. Then step your right foot outside of the right hand. Come down to Malasana, yoga squat. If your hips, if this is too much for you, you can slide a block underneath your sit bones. There's a reason they call it Asian squat, because it's not that accessible to a lot of people actually. Press your elbows into your thigh bones. Your thigh bones might be pressing back towards your elbows as well. Remember that kind of resistance between them. And release your elbows from the thigh bones. Press your elbows together. Let me face it this way. And tap your left knee down. Only do this If your left knee, left ankle is not complaining, come back up and tap your right knee down. Come back up. Twice more on each side. And both hands down, lift your hips up. Walk your feet at hips distance. Inhale, halfway lift, straighten your legs. Exhale, fold over the legs. And walk your hands to the left side. Just a stretch of your left leg. And then walk back to center and to the right side. Walk yourself back to center. Bring your big toes touch, heels slightly apart. And sit your hips down, arms forward and up by your ears. Make sure you're looking down, you still can see your big toes. Uttanasana, chair pose. One big inhale, push into your heels. And exhale all the way up. And to your heart center, by your side, Tadasana. Reach your arms up. Bend your elbow, left elbow. Bring your left hand between your shoulder blades. And right hand grab your left elbow. And side bend to the right. Come back to center, switch side. Right elbow bend. Left hand grab your right elbow. And side bend to the left. Come all the way up. Both hands up. Find some mini back bend. And exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, flat back. Exhale, step left and right. High plank. Take a big inhale, knees up or down. Move to Chaturanga. Bend to your elbows. Hug your elbows in. Lower all the way down to your belly. And come into Sphinx pose again. Elbows right underneath your shoulders. Push into your hands. Push into the top of your feet. Open your chest, spread your collarbones. Stay curious in a still pose. And whenever your right knee out, your right knee is straight out from your right hip point. Mat. And flex your right foot. So the top of your right foot is parallel to your thigh bone. Try to press your right hip down. It's not at the same level with your left hip anymore, but we try to keep it even. And lift up your right elbow and thread your left arm underneath your right elbow and roll down to your left shoulder and open your right arm out. You can bring a block underneath your right knee. You can also rest your left hand on the top of your right knee. Press your right shoulder down into the ground. Supine twist. Find the space between your right hip space and your right shoulder growing. Take a couple more long breaths in this shape. To get yourself physically and mentally ready for the flow. And whenever you're ready, come up to your rest on your left side body. Let me switch sides so you can see better. Left elbow right underneath your left shoulder. Press your left hand down into the ground. Reach your feet, both feet toward the back of the room. Right hand in front of your chest. And keep everything stay still. And start slowly. Use your right outer hip to lift up your right leg away from your left. And slowly lower it down. Draw it up. A couple more times. Your pace. Try to match the movement to the length of your breath instead of the other way. Next time when it's up. And tap your right toe, big toe to the front of you. And draw a half moon to the back of you. Bring it back to the front. And tap it to the back. Couple more rounds. Next time when your right leg is up again, bend your right leg, draw your right knee into your chest. Kick the right leg out, your right knee into your chest. Extend it out. Twice more. Right obliques engaged. The left is engaged as well to keep your left side body lift away from the ground. Next time when your right knee is bent in, step your right foot down in front of your left knee. Use your right hand to gently push your right knee open. You can keep the right hand there. You can also bring it back down to the ground for more support. And so be curious about the left leg. Use the strength of the left outer hip. Lift your left leg slightly off from the ground. Maybe add some circles, some pulse, some up and down pulse, or back and forth. You name it. Whatever that helps you to make some mobility in the connection between your pelvis and your femur bone. Lower down your left leg. Extend your right leg on top of left again. And lift your hips up into a full-arm side plank. Extend your right arm and bring your right hand behind your head. Exhale, draw your right elbow to your left hand. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, right elbow down. Last time. And rotate your chest towards the ground. Come into full-arm plank. One big inhale. And walk your right hand to your right elbow, left hand to your left elbow. Come into high plank. Exhale, roll up your tailbone toward the sky into downward facing dog. I know it's second time down dog, but if you need more movements to help loosen up the back of the legs, feel free to add more pedaling. Otherwise, lift up your right leg, bend your right leg, open the right hip, press your right shoulder down so that it's even to the left shoulder. And draw your right knee outside of your right elbow. And bring it back, open the right hip. Right knee to right elbow. One more time. And step your foot outside of your right hand. Lower down your back knee. Inhale, open your chest. Exhale, straighten your right leg. Add any arm movement once you feel like you has gained a stable foundation by pushing into the right heel and left shin bone. Pull back forward again. Come up to the pinky edge of your right foot. Use your right hand to push open the right knee. Rotate your chest open toward the sky. Option to stay here. You can also extend the right arm up and bring the right hand to your left hip crease to a half bind. Option to pull your left heel toward the sit bone and reach back with your right hand and grab the left foot with your right hand. Keep your right knee pressed open. And release the bind carefully if you have it. Lift your back knee up. Tap your left knee to your left elbow. Pause for a moment. And step down your left foot. Sit into Malasana. Yogi squat. Same thing, create a resistance between your elbows and your thigh bones. Once you establish that resistance, press your elbows together. Rotate your right knee down toward the ground. Rotate your left knee. Twice more on each side. A lot of cracking. Both hands down, lift your hips up. Uttanasana. Bring your feet close to each other and cross your left foot in front of your right and fold over the legs. Keep hugging your legs towards each other. And switch side to your right foot in front of your left. Release from it. Big toes touching, heels slightly apart. Sit into Uttanasana, chair pose, arms folded up by your ears. And this time, perhaps come up all the way up onto the balls of your feet. Flying chair. And maintain to be on the balls of feet and start slowly. Come all the way up. Option to lower your heels down. Option to bend your left elbow. Bring your left hand between your shoulder blades. Right hand grabbing your left elbow. And side bend to the left. Continue pushing evenly down into both feet or both toes. rather. Come all the way up to the center. Bend your right elbow. Left hand, grab your right elbow and side bend to the left. And come all the way up. And release your heels down. Come to the front of the mat if you're away from it. Hands by your side. Close your eyes for a brief moment. And cross your left foot in front of your right. We'll move through some rounds of water salutation today. If you have your own practice, please feel free to do so. Otherwise, arms up, press your hands together, and fold over the legs. Bring your right foot to the left back corner of your mat and drop your right knee down. Arms up, cross leg, low lunge. Hands down, step your left foot in front of your right. Crisscross leg, high plank. Knees up or down, bend through your elbows. Inhale, pull into back bend of your choice. Now exhale, push your hips up, downward facing dog, with your right leg on top. Lift your right leg up and bring your right foot to your left thumb. Drop your left knee down, crisscross leg, low lunge, arms up. Both hands down. Step your left foot behind your right. Inhale, lengthen your spine. And exhale, fold over the legs. Keep hugging your legs together. Keep your hips low. Arms folding up. Cross leg chair pose. And come all the way up. And through your heart center. Lift your prayer up. And exhale, fold over the legs. Step your left foot to the right back corner of your mat. Drop your left knee down. Both arms up. Hands down. Step your right foot back. Left leg on top of your right. Move through your vinyasa. Open your chest. And exhale, we'll meet in downward facing dog. Lift up your left leg and step your left foot to your right hand. Lower down your right knee. Both arms up. Hands down. Step your right foot behind your left. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold over the legs. Keep hugging your knees, hugging your legs towards each other. Sit into chair. And come all the way up. That is one round. We'll float. And if you feel that it's too fast or too slow for you, please feel free to go with your own pace. Fold over the legs. Step your right foot back to the back corner, arms out. Step your left foot back, high plank. Pull into vinyasa. Inhale, back bend of choice. Exhale, push your hips up. Lift your right foot up. Step your right foot to your left hand. Drop your left knee down. Both arms up. Hands down. Step your left foot behind your right. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold over the legs. Keep your legs hugging. Both arms folding up. And come all the way up. Bring your prayer up. And fold over the legs. Step your left foot back. Low lunge. Hands down. Bring your right foot back. Inhale, upward facing dog or other back bend. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Left foot to your right hand. Step down your right foot. Hands up. And step your right foot behind your left. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, fold over the legs. Sit in chair. And come all the way up. Release the cross. And draw your left knee into your chest. Shift the weight into your right foot. And open the left hip. Like a book or a window, a door. Do it a couple more times. Close and open. So your right foot get used to it. And next time when your left knee is open, use the help of your left hand to bring the sole of your left foot into your right inner thigh. Vrikshasana, tree pose. If it's not accessible for you, you can bring your left foot to your left calf or to your left ankle, but not left knee. Once you got there, press your palms together and raise up your prayer above your head. You can branch out your tree. You can clasp your hands behind you. Just like everything else, feel free to add any mini movements that you like to. Once you're ready, step down your left foot. If you have the blocks, bring the tallest height in front of the mat. And reach back with your right leg into supported warrior 3. Press the back of your right leg toward the sky. Flex your right foot. Stamping the bottom of the right. And step down into release your shoulders away from your ears. And exhale, parachute your arms forward, touching the palm. Exhale, draw your shoulder blades together. Puff your chest up. Inhale, puff your upper back. Press your palms in front of you. Exhale, draw your shoulder blades together. Spread your collarbones one more time. Spin down your back heel. Bend into your left leg and extend your arms out into warrior 2. Warrior 2, bend your left elbow. Right hand grab your left elbow. And side bend to the right. Press into the left foot and the pinky edge of your right foot. Come all the way up, straighten both legs. Step your back foot slightly in. Extend your arms out. Reaching your left hand forward and lower it down to your left shin, left ankle, or to the ground, or block you have it. And reach up your right hand into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Hugging your left outer hip into the midline. Rotate your chest towards the right. And both hands down. Walk your hands to the right and fold over the legs. Parallel your feet to each other. And walk toward the back of the mat, bend into your right leg. Pause here for a moment. And whenever you're ready, shift the weight into the right foot. Hand support. And tap, lift up your left leg toward the sky into standing split on your right leg. Option to stay there, but if you like to go for the curious way, tap your left knee behind your right leg, right calf actually, to be specifically. Extend your left leg straight again, and tap your left knee into your right calf. One more time. Shiva squat. And this time, press into your right leg and draw your left knee into your chest and cross your left knee over your cross your left ankle over your right knee and sit into figure 4. If you need support, you can bring the blocks underneath you and put your hands on the blocks. Otherwise, hands as prayer. You can hand on the left leg. Use the press of your left hand to continue open that left knee. And slide your left foot down, fold over the legs. Keep hugging your legs together. Roll up. And to prayer in front of your heart. Release the crisscross. With your second side, shift weight into your left foot. Draw your right knee up and open that right knee to the side. A couple more times. Next time when your right knee is open, press the sole of your right foot into your left inner thigh. Bring the prayer in front of your heart. Keep pressing open the right knee. And raise up your prayer toward the sky into Vrikshasana, tree pose. You can open the tree by branch out your arms. You can also focus more on chest opening. Feel clasping your hands and press the clasp toward the ground. Whatever you decide to do, be content with your choice. Lower down your right foot. If the block is away, flatten them. Bring the tortoise tight in front of you. And lift your left leg up into supported warrior 3 or traditional warrior 3 if you don't need the blocks. Press the back of your left leg toward the sky. Flex your left foot. And lower down your left arms up by your ears into high crescent lunge. Inhale, reaching up to your fingertips. And exhale, draw your elbows down, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Inhale, round up your upper back. Press your palms together in front of you. Exhale, draw your elbows down. Puff up your chest. Inhale, round your upper back. Exhale, squeeze your shoulder blades together. Last time. And open to the left side. Bend into your right leg. Spin down your left heel. Extend out your arms, warrior 2. Bend your right elbow, bring your right hand between your shoulder blades. Left hand grab your right elbow and side bend to the left. Come all the way back up. Straighten your both legs. Reaching forward to your right hand and lower your right hand onto your right shin or right ankle or to the ground into Trikonasana, triangle pose. Let me switch side. Bend into your right leg and walk your hands to the left side and fold over the legs. This is just a passing by, so walk your hands back to the front of the mat. Pause it for a moment. You're bending into your left leg now. Press the back of your right leg towards the sky. Use your hand to support and lift up your right leg, standing split on your left foot. Option to stay there. You can also bend your right leg, tap your right knee into your left calf. Shiva squat and extend your right leg up. And tap your right knee down into your left calf. One more time. And this time, draw your right knee into your chest and cross your right ankle over your left knee. And sit into figure 4. And slide down your right foot in front of your left and fold over the legs. Hugging your legs into each other, right all the way up, and to your heart center, either side. Release from the crisscross leg. And shift the weight into your right foot. Draw your left knee up. You can come into tree pose again. You can also bring the top of your left foot into your right hip crease, half lotus. There's no progression or regression here, just a variation. And be curious about the shape you're in. And step down your left foot. Move to warrior 3. And step down your right foot into high crescent lunge. Draw your elbows down, squeeze your shoulder blades together. And bring your right arm underneath your left. And press your palms together into eagle arm. If that's not accessible to you, you can also simply grabbing the opposite shoulders. Wherever you are, if you're in eagle arms, lift your elbows to the level of your shoulders and spin down your back heel. Sit into warrior 2 with eagle arms. Gaze through that left shoulder to the front. And bend into your right leg, straighten your left. Come back up into warrior 2. Bend into your right leg. Straighten your left. Pull your left toes towards you. One more time. Extend arms again. Straighten both legs. And come down to Trikonasana, triangle pose again. This time, option 2, extend your right arm by your right ear. Both hands down, walk towards the right side, and fold over the legs. One breath here. And then walk towards the back of the room. Bend into your right leg. Shift weight into the right foot. And lift your left leg up into standing split. Maybe this time try play around with your hands. Maybe one hand to your right ankle. Maybe both hands to your right ankle. You can stay in any kind of standing split you choose to stay. You can also tap your left knee into your right calf. And extend your left leg up. Twice more. And come all the way up. Cross your left ankle over your right knee. And slide down your left foot. Fold over the legs. Stretching that right outer hip. Hugging your legs. Rise all the way up. Hand to your heart center. Release your legs. Shift weight into your left foot. Draw your right knee up. And come to traditional tree pose. You can also bring the top of your right foot into your left hip crease, into half lotus. Same thing, you can add any arm variation. You can raise your prayer toward the sky. You can branch out your arms to grow your tree. You can even reverse your prayer for a little bit more chest opening. Step down your right foot and lift your left leg up into warrior 3. Step down your left foot, arms up by your ears, high lunge. Draw your elbows down and wrap your arms with your left elbow under this time, or simply grab your up to shoulders. Lift your eagle arms up so your elbows on the same level with your shoulders. Spin down your left heel, bend into your right, warrior 2. Gaze through the right shoulder to the front. Bend into your left leg, straighten your right. Come back up into warrior 2. Bend into your left leg. Come all the way up. One more time. Open your arms again. Warrior 2. Straighten both legs. Step in your back foot a little bit. Reaching forward through your right hand. And release your right hand down. Left hand up. Trikonasana, triangle pose. Rotate the left shoulder open. Option to extend your left arm by your left ear. Bend into your right leg, walk your hands to the left side, and fold over the legs. Walk towards your back foot. bending to your left leg. See if you can explore the same thing with the same amount of curiosity by lifting your right leg up. Perhaps bring one hand or both hands into left ankle. Wherever you are, tap your right knee into your left calf. Extend your right leg up. Tap your right knee into your left calf. One more time. And draw your right knee into your chest this time. And cross your right ankle with your left knee. Sit into figure 4. Press open the right knee and slide down your right foot along with your left shin and fold over the legs. Right all the way up. Into your heart center by your side. Release your crisscross. Find the block if you have them. And bring a block any height you like by the side of your right foot. Arms up and forward into chair pose. From here, cross your left leg over your right. Your left foot can rest on the block. If you feel like you don't need a block, you can kick it away and wrap your left foot behind your right. And just like when we did with the second round of the flow, cross your arms, wrap your left arm underneath your right, or simply hugging up the shoulders. Come into Garudasana, Eagle pose. Hugging your legs tightly into each other. And sit your hips low. Whenever you're ready, come all the way up. Shake your legs, shake your arms. We'll do second side. Bring the block to the left side, outside of your left foot. Come into chair pose. Cross your right leg over your left. Your right foot can rest on the block or on the ground, your option. You can also wrap it behind your left ankle. Wrap your right arm underneath your left arm. And lift your elbows to the height of your shoulders. Garudasana, Eagle pose. Hugging legs tight. Facing your pelvis toward the front. Come all the way up. Shake your legs, shake your arms. Whenever you're ready, come down to your knees. We'll come into frog pose. So to come into frog pose, come into table pose first. And start move your legs, your shin bones out. Slide it out. Make sure that your shin bones are parallel to each other. And you're flexing your feet. So the top of your feet are parallel to your thigh bones. Keep your hips and your knees on the same level. To the point that you can get some sensation, but also give yourself room to easefully reflect on your practice in this still pose. And just like our curiosity in our life that oftentimes comes with the boundary. The boundary here is ahimsa, non-harming. So step back if you know that you are at a point that your body is not so happy with. Couple more long breath here. You can also choose to melt your chest toward the ground. Stop, walk your hands back to you. Walk your knees, slide them back together. And sit on your hips. Hands behind you. Bend your legs. Windshield wiper your legs side to side. Just as beginning of the class. Probably feel differently right now. Whenever you're ready, press your hips up into sky, reverse table. Open your chest. And lower your hips down. Lower all the way down to your back. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. Draw your legs into your chest. Clasp your hands in front of your left shin. Bend into both elbows and use the bend of your right elbow to open that right knee and stretch that outer hip. If you like to come into traditional pigeon pose, please go ahead. It works on the same area. Press your tailbones down into the ground. And release from it. Switch side, left ankle crossing over your right knee. And bring your knees into your chest. Interlace your hands, switch the interlace perhaps. And draw both knees into your chest. And use the bend of your left elbow to press open the left knee. Release from it. Hug both knees into your chest, rock side to side. Start inviting your natural breath coming back to you. And use this 1 or 2 minutes to explore any other poses that you like to include today. Can be bridge pose, can be plow pose, can be shoulder stand. Use a curiosity that you cultivated through the practice today, that perhaps go for something that you've always wanted to try but haven't had a chance to try yet. Or simply meet everyone else in Shavasana. But wherever you decide to try, make sure that you give yourself a couple of round of breath time to cool down, especially if you decide to try something more active. Wherever you decide to be, take your time. When you're ready, come embracing Shavasana. Sprawl out your limbs, sink your back into the mat. Soften your gaze and close your eyes if you haven't done so. Shavasana. If you're ready to come out, start breathing your toes, your fingers. Gently sway your head side to side. Carefully bend your leg. Roll up to one side. Pause there for a moment. Practice this transition with just as much curiosity and intention as any other poses that we practice tonight. Use your right hand to support yourself to come up to a comfortable seating. Continue palms facing down. Sit tall to the crown of head reaching toward the sky. Big inhale. And exhale smoothly everything out. Bring your hands to gestures that resonate with you. Can be prayer, can be hands on your heart. Take one big inhale. Bring your thumbs to slightly above between your eyebrows. And bow your head toward your heart. Thank you so much for practicing with me tonight. Hope you have a wonderful evening. If you have any question, feedback, feel free to reach out to me. Otherwise, I'll see you next week.